Hello, fellow Epic 7 players. It's me. You've never heard my voice before, but well, this is my first voiced video. Um, I grinded yesterday to get the champion because everyone was complaining to me and annoying me about using Spez in Challenger because it never works anywhere else. And yeah, there's that. I swapped my defense. I used to have a defense, but for champion because it's so easy to outspeed, I swapped it out and this is my current defense. I will go through the stats with you, but the idea is anti-cleaving. It's a low damage cleave. It's like you're trying to cleave the cleave, right? So it's a low damage cleave, but it's quite effective just because of the CR manipulation. If anyone uses any type of AoE ability that does a nick of damage, it's enough to cut in, cleanse, revive buff, and then Blingo will go ham and hopefully kill some DPSs, and it's been working out quite fine actually. Uh, okay, so let's go over the actual units. I'm just having this one as a bulky counter tank, so if they're not running immunity set and if they hit this, they're probably gonna get provoked because it's actually fully Molagord, so it's 75% chance to provoke. The AoE charge is a good, you know, attack buff. You don't really need it in this comp, but it is good versus Fallen Cecilias if they do get to put the skill nullifiers. It is a good skill to take them off. And Durandal is just to give him some CR because this guy here, it doesn't really need to be speed tuned with anything. The point is just if they hit if they hit this guy, is gonna boost everyone else in the team, and that's pretty much the point. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go to the next one. Blingo. My good old Blingo. Blingo is great. Okay. I swapped him for defense. I used to use him with a cleave, and I used to use the exclusive equipment for him, but with the S3 one that gives a greater attack buff, so he could, mint some people. But I don't think that works very well for defense anyway. So I swapped it to the defense one. So when he procs his S2, he gets a defense buff. And this team that has no defense buffer, so it does make him bulkier. That added with Proof of Valor makes him quite tanky. He has immunity to start off with, but it's really not required with this team because you have ML Basar, and that's what I'm gonna go after. These damage stats are pretty okay. His crit chance could be higher, but it's enough. You only need him to crit to trigger his S1, and 86 on an AoE ability, you're guaranteed to get at least one crit to proc your S1. Where's my... Okay, here it is. This guy is just a fast boy. It's not really too fast, but it doesn't really need to be that fast because with a maxed Water's Origin, he gets 20% CR, which pretty much, brings him up to like 250 speed bracket when you hit him. So he gets 20% CR at that speed. So he would probably go over a unit with that much speed. Um, Pretty standard. Just some people build him on effect resistance. I'm not going to go that way just because I'm calling this the weak Basar. A while ago, there was this unit people used, which was Destina, and they used the level 50 Destina, and they called it weak Destina because it was really good against Dizzy. Because with Water Origin, Dizzy would hit it. It doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it would deal enough to boost her, and then she would cleanse everyone and CR boost everyone that was debuffed on the team, and it was kind of like a counter. This is kind of like that, but DJ Basar is a lot better because not only does he cleanse, he also immunity buffs, and his S1 is quite good for minor healing. And this team is quite meme because if you check this, it's a triple light Soul Weaver team. It's a full light team, but three of the units are Soul Weavers, so you do get a lot of healing from this. So if you survive the first cleave, which is not very hard, because you're gonna cut in front, you're gonna buff, revive, and everything, you still can come back because as you deal damage, for example, with Blingo, you're gonna be healing up a lot and getting a lot of turns from SS Bellona. It's a great team to take against SS Bellona because the counters are actually good because they push your team up. And the damage she does as Esvalona, it's really not anything you can't deal with because you can heal every turn pretty much. Purgus is the only one that doesn't heal. Everyone else, if they move, they heal, and it's great. Uh, Another unit is the here Maid Kaloi. Mid Chloe. She's very squishy at the moment for me, but I'm kind of happy with her speed versus effect resistance. It's not too much. She has a bit too much effectiveness, but it's actually surprisingly good. I've been hitting a lot of stuns with her, which is very odd because it's a very low chance. But she's also Molagor'd up, so yeah, it's pretty nice. And what else? There's a bling. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is my defense for champion. It's been kind of working out. It's still very new. I only got three or four attacks. People took me down with this team like twice here, and then the rest were defenses. Oh, I can't check them anymore because I was climbing earlier. There's too much trash here. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna hit a random team here just for the video. Let me see. A good team would be, for example, this one. Okay, most of my offenses are gonna be with Spez, unless I see a CR booster. For example, if there was any CR booster here, I would probably use the other team with low CR. For example, this team, I could probably hit it with my defense team, just because it doesn't matter who goes first here. The only reason I don't hit this is because I'm gonna hit it after I hit the other one. Okay, where was the other one? Okay, here. Okay, this team is pretty straightforward. It's all about the gear check, right? None of those units on the enemy team are going to be any fast at all. So Basar is guaranteed to go first. You burn with Basar, you get all the immunities off, and then it's all about Leo. If Leo lands the stun on Ruel, Ken, and SSB, mostly Ruel on Ken at least, because Ken is always going to be slow, so he's going to be further on the CR boost line, so his CR is going to be lower. And then Fallen Cecilia doesn't really bother me.
This is only a temporary alliance.
It can be bothersome if you fail and you hit the group and she manages to CC Spez because he's not on immunity set. But this is a very fast Fallen Cecilia, which is kind of useless because in this team it doesn't matter. She can use that. She could even provoke that, and it doesn't matter. Like this team is like a cartridge type of team. It's all about Leo. If Leo lands his stuff, there we go. We got 2 stuns. Okay. So because Ruel is kind of slow, we might still be able to win this one because we just killed Ken. Our Leo is wearing Sash Hithans, okay, I didn't really need this, but I guess I'll take it. Yeah, but he's using the CR boosting as you kill enemies. So if you look at the turn bar, you see I'm raising up my turn bar. And now it's all about, can I get some stuns? Some random stuns. This is a very fulcral moment right here, because if she provokes me, I'm going to lose a turn for free.
Let's get warmed up.
Okay, let's get these people debuffed so the Fallen Cecilia doesn't do any damage. Let's try to get a stun here. She resisted, but that's normal because he has very low effectiveness. He's the DPS. It's all about the Leo though. Leo is the savior here. Okay, he didn't get the stun off, but I am going to boost Leo and try to get the defense break plus the stun after. Now he didn't proc. So he's gonna save probably Ken. If he saves Ken, I believe he's still pretty much pushed over on the bar. Yeah, there he is. So he's probably not gonna take a turn right now. Yeah, exactly. But now it's gonna be tricky because I need to stun him while he's invincible. So this is very RNG dependent teams overall. I've been noticing this in Champion. There's a lot of RNG involved to win fights. But yeah, okay. Hitting the Ken with my Spez could be an option. The problem is, if it fails to stun, it's very tricky. Yeah, so pretty much we lost now. Yeah. We needed to hit the stun with Leo, but we didn't. So it's very energy dependent because you either get a lot of stuns in the beginning or you're kind of done. And it's not really about the resistance, it's just 85% chance on Leo. It's not going to land every time. But let me go over with the other one that I said my defense team could take. Let me just swap it over. Here it is.
Rum before it's too late.
It's a good show off of the defense team, or to show how it works. Okay, someone's gonna go first. Okay, she's probably gonna resist a lot of that. She's squishy, but she has a lot of resist. And she missed the crit. So she's not gonna see our boost.
What'll happen now? The power of the desert.
So we just do these good old shenanigans. But that could have been bad. She does have a bit of resist, so she wouldn't land too many bleeds. But yeah, that could be worrisome. But because they have so many squishy people, look, it deals a fair amount of damage.
It's too late to back out.
And now I get boosted. And now I can pick someone that I don't want to attack. For example, this one, it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, dual attack heals me a lot as well, which is kind of good. She has Ayula, I think, so she's probably going to scoop me over time, so I probably want to kill her kind of soonish.
Now I'm getting bored.
Okay. She's getting bored. Okay, now she fully buffs. This is a very bad thing about this team. There's no unbuffable on the team, so now I need to waste a turn to take all those things off, but it's kind of okay.
Let's start with something light.
Yeah, the more she attacks, it doesn't really matter because she keeps boosting, and there's so much healing on this team. It doesn't matter what I do with any character, it just heals.
At your positions.
This is great to take it off. Maybe I got a stun. If I don't, it doesn't matter. I got 2 stuns.
I exist for
That's
my
good.
family.
What I can do now is, instead of playing it risky, I can just do this. And because the AI doesn't trigger attacks versus invincible units, what's going to happen is everyone's going to try to focus my Purgus.
I won't go
Or my mate Chloe, but she doesn't really matter if they hit her either because, well, she had revive up. Let me just heal it up a bit. Okay, I got a couple stuns off as well. These may kill her. Nope, not really. She's kind of tanky. Try to provoke this one.
Let's start with something
It doesn't matter. She's gonna boost me. Okay, another boost. Thanks. Let me see if I can stun her. I could.
I'll show you
And
what
now
I can do.
we just try to stun this one because it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, like, the stuns are pretty good just because of the effectiveness these units have.
Here I go.
Not really on purpose anyway.
Excites me.
Okay, no, someone should die from this. Okay, never mind. I didn't crit the DBZ, but now I'm protected from CC again. So as you can see, this team is very annoying to deal with. Just because, yeah, it's like there's a lot of sustain. As you can see, everyone in my team is full HP. The counters can be annoying as well. As you can see, now I got boosted again. And I'm always going to maintain my HP just because even though the enemy does have
Tricky enemies are
some
interesting.
some good damage, it doesn't really matter because there's so much sustain. I can just do this, like, spread my CC, right? Even though you'd want to kill enemies one by one. Yeah, but as you can see, that's pretty much it. I'm expecting to do some more commented on videos. Now that I'm in champion, so people don't complain about me being in challenger for ages. I was in challenger for like 9 months, almost 10 months, and now I'm here to do my shenanigans. After the spaz buff, it should get a lot better. Just because I can hit a lot more A-Vilder teams. And yeah, I can show you the stats on my spez as well. Like I forgot to show you that team's stats. So my Basari is 133 speed. It has some effectiveness for defense purposes. It's mostly DPS because I can use him with the CDOM for another type of cleave to make sure I can CR boost with her. I have videos on that team as well, a Blingo Cleave. I used it earlier. This is my Basar, and then Spez is just like that. It's pretty good Spez. High CP. Attack has more value on him. He doesn't have a lot of crit damage. He used to have more. I swapped for more attack, and it ended up dealing more damage. So I would advise you, if you have a Spez, build a bit more attack. 204 speed, because he's a fast boy. That's how he rolls. And then my Leo, which I'm trying to find a way to get him with more effectiveness. He has 145 effectiveness. Also built a little bit as a DPS because even though it can be bad versus Ken, um, Ken is never gonna hit you with one ability and kill you. At least I haven't found that because these guys have 9,000 HP, and most of the time I've seen Kens hit me for 8,000, even 9,000, but they never manage to kill. They can leave me hurting, but it doesn't really matter because, as I said, everyone has their job and they're disposable after it. If Leo lands all his stuns, that's it. No more stuns needed. And then who else is in the team? It's my Oxlots, which is honestly he's not even upgraded on his skills. You just need to Molagora his S2. It doesn't need anything else. I also Molagored to turn one because in some longer fights it can be useful to burn this to get the S2 back if Spirit Breath doesn't proc. But as you can see, his ring is not maxed. The his helmet is not maxed and his necklace is not maxed because it doesn't really matter. It's all about that 190 speed to be speed tuned, and he gives the turn. But of course, you could 6-star this guy. You could put him on some HP, and you can make your longer fights last longer. But honestly, he basically never dies because even if he does die, it doesn't really matter because it's so long onto the fight. You're not really gonna need his attacks anymore. You could maybe build him a bit on effectiveness, so you can do a clutch silence if things go bad. But right now, I'm not really worried about it too much. And who else? And that's Spez, and that's Leo. Yeah, that's everyone. Okay. These are my teams. I normally use this one as an offensive team in Champion. It's been working out okay. It's a lot. There's a lot of RNG involved, but with my gear, I'm able to land enough stuns that I'm able to win some fights. This is the Blingo cleave I was saying. Basar crits, C-Down goes after, defense break from Leluka, and then you soul burn with Blingo to get the greater attack buff and the extra turn, and then you cleave. It's just like a meme cleave, but it works sometimes. And this is my defense, and I've been enjoying this defense because it's really annoying. As you saw, like the sustain from 3 healers plus every time someone touches you, it just, yeah, it's very annoying. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit more, it has a bit more explanations than my normal videos because I normally don't, post with voice. I just, do soundless videos. But I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, comment, and let me know. Because if I see that you guys enjoy these videos a lot more, I can keep doing this because I wasn't meant to ever do this because I first started just to post links in Discord for my friends. So yeah, that's it. See you guys. Hope you enjoyed.